We're joined by reporters Dave McMenamin and Malika Andrews. And Dave, it's fascinating to listen to LeBron there because I think it was D. Wade recently who said, man, we gave Spo a really hard time back then. So it's good that LeBron acknowledges all of this now. This is his 10th all-time appearance in the NBA Finals. First as a Laker, of course. 10 times. Does it still have as much meaning to LeBron now as it did at the beginning?
Certainly the process has meaning to LeBron, and the achievement of getting to the finals has meaning, but he isn't about to assign any extra meaning to the opponent. LeBron was asked if it would mean more because he's playing his former coach, his former franchise in the Miami Heat. But he said, no, you don't give any extra meaning to any of these championships. It's hard enough just to get there. You're not going to about to undercut the accomplishment by trying to say it has to be against a certain opponent. Now, Anthony Davis disagreed with LeBron. He said, no, we feel like this is something that means more to LeBron. And we would rank it number 2 among his all-time championships, only behind the 3-1 comeback for Cleveland against the Golden State Warriors if we were able to get this thing done for him and the Lakers.
That's interesting to say this is number 2. How about on the other side, Malika, Jimmy Butler in his 9th season, first time at the finals. How is he approaching it?
Well, Sage, believe it or not, Jimmy Butler said today that he's actually a little bit nervous. And I know that is so different from what he usually puts out as his public persona. But you said it, he's never actually been here before. And so I asked him today, especially given the fact that the Wall Street Journal was reporting that before the season, the Heat had 60-1 odds to make it this far. Our own SIG Stats and Informations group put them at 75-1 odds. If that meant that he felt as if they were underdogs. Here's what he said.
A really good team. That's it. A really good team. Not going to say that we're any better than anybody else, but I just don't think that we're underdogs. I don't. So what that nobody picked us to be here? That's okay. I'm pretty sure nobody's picking us to win either. That's okay. But we understand that. We embrace that. Because at the end of the day, we truly don't care. We're just going to go out here and compete, play together like we always have, and see where we end up. But at the end of the day, we're going to do this our way, the Miami Heat way, and that way's worked for us all year long.
Well, and really, that's a testament to their culture, to who they are. And Eric Spoelstra said today that they really just got back in the gym and got back to work today. It wasn't even really a special practice, Bam Adebayo added. Eric Spoelstra did, though, want his team to enjoy what they have accomplished, enjoy winning the East just a little bit, because he said, you have to remember that so many people never get to where we got, to where we are, to winning a conference. All of that being said, though, they know they still have some work to do.
I can pretty much guarantee if Frank Vogel is not approaching the Miami Heat as an underdog team at all. We cannot wait for tip-off of Game 1 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night, 9 Eastern on ABC. Malika and Dave, thanks.
Sage, while LeBron facing his former coach will gain much of the attention, keep an eye on the battle between Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo. Can Bam's versatility do something no one else could in the West against AD? That is slow him down. Davis today talking about their Kentucky roots as Wildcats.
So it's going to be fun. 2 Kentucky guys. Coach Cowden probably texted and called me enough about that. But it's going to be a fun matchup. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that matchup. It's going to put, I think, whoever wins that matchup, their team probably have a better chance of winning the series.
These series are going to be fun, man. Like you said, it might be me and AD, it might be LeBron and Jimmy. So at the end of the day, we just going to go out there and just play like we've been playing throughout these series and put together 48 minutes of Miami Heat basketball, or even longer if we have to.
NBA champ Richard Jefferson joining us now from inside that bubble in Orlando. RJ, what do you expect to see in this battle between AD and Bam in the series?
Well, I really think it's going to be back and forth. We've really seen Bam emerge as a superstar in this playoffs. But we also seen Anthony Davis dominate the way that we were expecting him to. And so when I look at both teams and how important they both are to their respective teams, I think this is going to be one of the deciding factors. The bigs of the Lakers versus Bam Adebayo and however else the Miami Heat decide to play. Are they going to try and play big, giving Kelly Olynyk some minutes? Are they going to go small and trying to have a guy like Andre Iguodala guard Dwight Howard? This is going to be a very, very big deciding chess play. And so I'm looking forward to see both coaches, how they're going to match up, how are they going to start. But I think the way that Bam and AD play are going to decide this series.
You know, when AD plays center, the Lakers are really unstoppable. By the way, this is Miami's first trip to the finals since 2014. Where could the Heat have an advantage in this series?
Well, I really think it's the Heat bench, right? I was talking to Stan Van Gundy, and he said, look, if you were putting all of these players up on a draft board, number 1 and number 2 would be LeBron and Anthony Davis. But after that, 3 through probably 7 or 8 would most likely be the Miami Heat players. And I stand by this. Tyler Hero would be the 3rd best player on the Laker roster right now. So when you look at a guy like Tyler Hero coming off the bench, and even Andre Iguodala, who hadn't done much, that's my Arizona guy, but he hadn't done much. But in the most important game of their season, the closeout game, this man goes 5 for 5 in the first half like he was just young Andre Iguodala. That shows you why you bring in a player like that. So when I look at that Heat bench and the way they're going to be able to come off and play and move, I think that can cause some problems, especially that shooting from the Miami Heat bench.
No moment too big for Iggy. We'll see how this plays out while Jimmy Butler is their leading scorer. He didn't lead the team in scoring in one game in the series against the Celtics. RJ, thank you so much. As we get you ready for the NBA Finals, Heat Lakers starting tomorrow night on ABC. Coverage begins. NBA Countdown, 8:30 Eastern. Tip-off shortly after 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC. You can also catch the game live on the ESPN app.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.